of laughter, or if she's going to have a panic attack and burst out in tears and then have to try to explain to people what's going on. She hates it. She doesn't want to be this way anymore. But it's not her fault. It's not.
Good morning, my beautiful podcast family. So that video that I just played at the beginning of this episode, I recorded that almost 2 years ago when Hayden's life was taken. And it's a video that I put together with pictures that I was going through on that specific day. And it's a reminder for me of how far I've come, but also a reminder to me that I am still not okay. Here we are, almost 2 years since Hayden's life was taken, and we still haven't been to trial. We still don't have a guilty plea. We still don't have a sentence. We still don't have justice for Hayden. And yet again, another continuance date tomorrow at court, because his defense attorney is requesting another continuance. Please pray that it gets denied and that they just see through what's really going on, and that is that he doesn't want to accept responsibility or take accountability for what he's done, for the life that he took. I haven't slept a lot in the past couple days, so that's why I'm so tired on here this morning. I look like total shit. I am just exhausted, but I'm here. And I am doing all the things that we do when we're grieving and when we're still trying to be parents and friends and employees and all the things. But I just want justice for my baby. That is something that we need. It's a closure that our family has been just waiting for almost 2 years. And it's so hard to sit around and wait, and to know that even though he is currently incarcerated, he's still not really being held accountable. He's not been sentenced. He's not even been tried. And that it's just not fair. It is not fair, man. We have to go every single day through this life that we are still learning how to live in, because the life that we knew 2 years ago is gone. It died that day with Hayden. And so we're still trying to navigate this new life. I still hold my babies so often when they cry for their sister, because they miss her. We've had graduations this past week. I'm so sorry. I have to stop coming on these lives or these episodes so tired, because I hate just yawning through the whole thing, guys. But here we are, right? I'm still trying to figure out who I am as a mother of 5 living children instead of 6. Because everything that we do in this life now feels incomplete. And that is the strangest feeling in the entire world. Like, feeling happy and joyful and excited for these memories that you're making with your family and your kids, but at the same time feeling like it's like something's missing, because someone is missing. And the memories feel good and they feel happy and you feel glad, but at the same time you're so sad because these memories shouldn't be without her. These memories shouldn't be that you are making now, should not be without that person that you lost. That parent, that sibling, that child. Especially if it was to the hands of someone else. All grief, like all loss is tremendous. Tremendous. Whether it's a relationship, whether it is a parent, a sibling, a child, a friend, a cousin, a husband, a wife, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, whatever. That loss is tremendous in your life. And the feelings that you have surrounding that loss are completely and 100% valid, always and forever. They always will be. But right now, I can only speak on the experience of my child's life being taken by someone else. When Hayden first passed, people would say, you know, when she passed away, and just the sound of that made me want to vomit, because she didn't just pass away. She was murdered. Her life was taken intentionally by someone else. And that is a completely different type of grief. I've lost my father. I've lost cousins. I've lost friends to tragedy, to accidents, to health issues, but never to the hands of someone else. And that is a type of grief that is uncomparable to anything else. Because that person had a choice. And they chose to take someone's life. And now we have to go through, as the family, as the friends, as the community, through the rest of this lifetime that we now know and are trying to learn. This life that we're trying to live in now. Knowing that it wasn't an accident. It wasn't something to do with her health. It wasn't something that was out of anyone's control. And that's a hard thing to grasp. It's a hard thing to understand. I go sit at the crash site, which I call the memorial site, but still is the crash site. Like, that is where she lost her life. And I go and I sit there, and her friends visit there. People pass by there all the time. Our family, our friends, whether it's on a commute to work, whether it's to the beach, whether it is just to doctors in that part of the city. And I didn't want it to be this thing that they pass by and they look at and they're like, oh, this is the worst. This is horrible. And it is horrible. It's absolutely devastating, especially when I sit there and the train comes by and I feel nauseous. I feel like I'm going to pass out, like I can't breathe. And I just constantly think about how she felt in those last seconds before her life ended. But when she knew what was getting ready to happen, and she's screaming, and she's, I don't know because I wasn't in the car, but I can't even drive down that road coming in the direction that they were coming, because it's this constant replay, and I lose focus. I can't, it makes me feel hot, nauseous, all the things. And just wondering like what her last few seconds were, the terror, the fear, her entire life flashing before her eyes. Like, I can't imagine. And yet the person driving the car had no regard for that. No regard for life at all. And it's so hard for me. And then I sit there and I make it beautiful. You know, people have stopped and left trinkets and left stuffed animals and left notes, and so I put things there, I mulch, I keep it neat so that it doesn't look like an eyesore, but it looks like something beautiful. So even though it was something so dark and so tragic and so hurtful, earth-shattering, life-shattering, it's still something that people can pass by and say that that girl was loved. Even though this is the place that she lost her life, her family is keeping her beauty alive. They're keeping her memory beautiful from everything that they're placing there, everything that they're putting there. So thank you to everyone that stops, everyone that puts stuff there. Every time I'm there, I literally 9 times out of 10 have a complete stranger stop, and sometimes they'll give me things to put there. Sometimes they'll just sit there and say, like, I pass by here all the time. I think about your family all the time. I'm so sorry. And that means more than anything. Just knowing that people notice, that people see, they know her name. And I hope and pray that when they see that sign, the drive safely in memory of Hayden Smallwood, that they Google her name, know her story, learn what happened to her, advocate for domestic violence, advocate for safe driving, advocate for just all these girls and young people that get in these relationships and don't understand boundaries and don't understand what it means to be abused. Because that might save somebody else's daughter. That might save somebody else's son, somebody's mother, somebody's father, somebody's grandmother, somebody's best friend. And if you know someone that is in a domestic violence relationship and they're young, I understand you want to be loyal to your friend. I understand you want to protect them. I understand you don't want them to be mad at you. But you really need to speak up. You really need to tell somebody that can help them. Because not saying anything could go one of two ways. And I hope and pray that it doesn't go the way that Hayden's did. Because it's a worst feeling in the entire world as a parent to go through life without one of your kids. Especially if they were taken by the hands of someone else. And then we have this court date coming up tomorrow, and I just can't. Like, I'm so sick to my stomach over it. I have been fasting. I've been praying. Do we really have to go a whole nother year or more before we have a trial? Like, how is that right? We've had continuance after continuance after continuance, and none of it has been by our request. I've been to every single hearing. I've been advocating. I've been receiving letters after letter after letter after letter for months and months and months. And Now we got to do this again. Now we got to do this for even longer, this close to trial. Our trial is set for June 23rd. 23rd through the 27th. And here we are this close to trial. And now they're saying, we need a continuance. How many times do we hear people say enough is enough, right? Like, in this case, when is enough enough? When? Because our family struggles every single day as it is. And then to not have a trial, to not have justice for her, to have to continue to get our hopes up that we're this close, thank gosh, finally, like, we're almost there. And then they pull the rug out from under us again. And then we face plant. And then here we are, waiting and waiting and waiting again. So, please pray for my family. Please pray that the continuance request is denied and that we can still move forward on the 23rd of this month. Pray for justice for Hayden. I put up some new shirts on my Printify shop. I'll drop the link for you guys if you want a Justice for Hayden shirt. My stuff on there is not necessarily cheap, but it's not necessarily crazy expensive either now. It's a new shop I'm just starting up, so you know, things will fluctuate, but for now that's where we are. And I don't really make much money off of that stuff. Anything that I make off of it, it goes to our scholarship fund for next year. The scholarships that we present typically come out of my pocket. This year, after the first year, they came out of the GoFundMe money that we had left from Hayden, and it's something that I want to continue in her honor. So I funded them this year, but if I can do some things and help offset that expense for myself, that would be amazing. So we do have a Hayden's Hope Cash App set up for any donations that people want to make towards scholarship funds. You can do that through the Cash App, or again through purchasing from the Printify, and all of those proceeds go directly to the scholarships for next year as well. That's all I have for today, guys. I'm just emotionally spent. Now I gotta go be an employee. So and then a mom, and then all the things. But thank God for Wednesday, because I have therapy on Wednesdays, and that's amazing for me. I will also put up a link for the domestic violence connect group that I have. I haven't had anybody join yet, but I do log on every Wednesday at 7 o'clock, and I stay on for about 10 minutes just seeing if anyone will join that has requested the link. And so far I have not had anyone, and that's okay. When the time is right, God will send them where they need to be. So I will be on there again this evening, and hope to see anyone. If you know someone struggling with domestic violence and they just need a friend, they just need an ear, they need somebody to just listen, have them email me and ask for the link. I do not post the link publicly. I only send it to people that request it. It is on Zoom. They do have to be on face to face with me on the Zoom, just so that I know who is in there and can verify that it's not an abuser just trying to find their victim. So we do take some security measures for that. So again, thank you guys for joining. Thanks for listening to me ramble today about just my life and how it's going right now. And I will be back next week. I'll pop on here on Thursday after court, and tomorrow, it's tomorrow after court, which is Thursday. and update you guys and let you know what has happened with the trial and if we'll be moving forward with June or if we're gonna be continued out. So I love you guys, and I hope you have an amazing day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.